Section 9.5, there are three problems here. Find the maximum and minimum value of the following objective functions. So we start with the first problems. So what you have here, there are two inequalities with some conditions. So first we need to graph these two inequalities, shade, and then when we find the area or solutions, the common area, then you read the corner of that area, coordinates, and then plug it into this. Okay, so I have these two inequalities. First, I graph this one, 5x plus 3y less than 46. Again, I try to use x and y intercept. You know, you don't have to, you could come up with any number for the x and find the y value. But I use these 2 points and I graph it. So 5x plus 3y 46 is this one, the red line. And then I want to shade, I'll test 0, 0. And 0 is less than 46 is correct. So for this line, for 5x plus 3y less than 46, I shade these sections. Then I graph the second line, 3x plus 5y less than 50, which is this line. And for that, when I test, I put 0, 0, put 0, 0 here, 0 less than 50, which is correct. So also for that one, with the pencil, I shade these sections. They also mention in the problem that x and y both are 0, means you must be on the first quadrant. Anything which is not on the first quadrant here, just disregard that. So you have to be on the first quadrant. It's like here, this is, you know, like this is the first quadrant. Look, I hide this. So we are in the first quadrant. We can't go beyond the first quadrant, okay? So this is a pencil one and this is a red one. So the common area is yellow. The common area or intersection is just this part. Now, then you need to, I have a trapezoid. This trapezoid has 4 points, 4 corners, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, which I listed A, B, C, D. You need to find coordinates of these 4 points, which I show it here. When you find coordinates of 4 points, sometimes if you use a graphing paper, it's easier to read that easily. But how do I find these 4 corners? Some of them you could read it off the drawing. Or this one, this point B. Point B is intersection of 2 lines. See, these 2 lines, or these 2 inequality, they intersect at point B. To find the point B, to find point of intersection of 2 equations, you got to solve it. You get to solve these 2 inequality to find the intersection. So intersection is 3 and 7. You could use method of eliminations. You know, if I want to eliminate x, I put 3 over there, 5 here. As long as I come up with 2 equal and opposite, so I can cancel. So when you find all the coordinates, 3 and 7, see, when you find all these 4 coordinates, then one at a time, you take each of this. See, the first number is, is x, and the second number is always y. You take each of these points and put it in the equation of the f. F is 2x plus 14. I put 0, 0, f is 0. I put 0 and 10, f is 140. So there are 4 numbers. They want you to find the minimum and maximum. Maximum is 140, and minimum is 0. Okay. Now, problem number 2 is very similar to that, but the conditions are different. On problem number 2, they are saying make sure your x is always between 6 and 0, and y is between 4 and 0. And these are two. There is just one inequality. One inequality with 2 lines, vertical and horizontal lines. So for that one, you have, this is one of the inequality. I graph it. The testing point, I'll put 0. See, 0, 0 is right here, right? This is 0, 0, and it's below the line. 0, 0 is a point below this line. I'll take that and substitute into these equations. 6 times 0 plus 7 times 0, the whole thing is 0. Is 0 less than 42? Yes. So then you shade below this line. Now, y equal to 4. Remember, line of y equal 4 is horizontal line. And since it's less, y has to be between 0 and y, between line of y equals 0, line of equal 4. So this is the shade part. X is between 0 and 6. So x is the area between these two vertical lines. Now, when you graph all these three and using one x and y coordinate system, see, I have it here. I have now, this is x equal to 6. This is y equal to 4. And this is your line. So the area, again, is trapezoid. This trapezoid is located here with the yellow. You need to find coordinates of each of this. Like to find coordinates of this point, all you need to do is take x equals 6. X equals 6. See, this point located on this line. So this point, x is already given is 6. You put that into the equation to find your y value for this point. So you find coordinates of all 4 points and then take it and put it in the p-value. P is 20x plus 4y. So the first one, 0, 0. That means x is 0, y is 0. You take these 2 points and substitute, it's 64. So you see that the maximum point is 184 and minimum is 48. Again, the last problem, find the minimum and maximum. It's 2 inequality and x. So you graph each inequality. See, I do the separate. Now you need to overlap these two. It basically means you have to graph these two using one x and y axis. You don't have to graph it separately. I did this so you understand how it works. So if you graph this one and shade here, or graph that and shade here, see? And x is always less than 3. So then you need to find the common area. And the common area, it shows on the next page. I enlarge it so you could see it better. See, this is this triangle. So you need to find each of this. Like to find this point is this point here, right? Is intersection of both lines. The rather that this is the point B. C is the point that these two intersect here somewhere. So when you find all the points, when you find coordinates of all points here, then on the last page, again, you take them and substitute to find your minimum and maximal. The minimum happened to be a negative number, and the maximum is 31. So this section is related to 9.4. It's application of 9.4.